Hi, I'm Jessisca Hokky. I am a final year student in Petra Christian University, majoring in International Business Management. So our topic for today is the future. This is a very interesting topic, especially for a final year student like me. So the question is, what are you going to do in the future? Are you going to pursue your master degree or you just want to go to work instead? So I'm going to answer this question by explaining what are my goals and then the objective and also how to achieve those goals. So today I'm going to use a what, why, how model. In what, I will explain about what are my goals in the first, third, and fifth year. And then I will explain why those goals become my goals and how to achieve those goals. So first, I will explain about what are my goals in the first, third, and fifth years. So my first year goal is to be graduated from Petra Christian University, and I also want to develop my skill, my cooking skill, and also I will open up my business for food and beverage industry. So in 2016, I will be graduated from International Business Management in Petra Christian University, and also I want to join a cooking class in Otimo, and also I want to open up my bakery, which is a food and beverage industry. It is a family business. It is still not a big business, but I want to introduce my product, which is a bread and also a pastry, to all people in Surabaya. After I graduated, develop my skill and open up my business, I want to bring my family business, which is a small business, to a bigger scale, which is a bread factory. So by this time, I will expand my business from Surabaya scale, which is a small scale, to Indonesia. So I will have a larger market and I will have a bigger scale of business. Goal in the fifth year is to expand my business even more. So I plan to expand my business in other cities like Jakarta, Medan, and also Balikpapan to capture more market in Indonesia. I hope that by this time I can make my company to be in the top 10 companies in Indonesia. So I hope that it can be achieved in this fifth year. I have took 5 tests given by Professor Dr. Casey Chan. Those tests are learning style tests, entrepreneurial tests, Big 5 personality traits, Veblen's model of team roles, and also leadership effectiveness. There are 4 types of learner. The first one is activist. Activist is a person who keen to get involved in a project or specific assignment to develop the skills on the job. Tackling very practical, open, and flexible learning programs or activity-based training is very suitable for activists. The second type is reflector. A reflector learner appreciates working closely with someone experienced in the area and learning through observation and discussing plan with a mentor. Reflectors learn much from books, articles, and case studies. They are thoughtful people who like to consider all possible angles and implications before making a move, and they prefer to take a back seat in meetings and discussion. The next one is theorists. Theorists adapt and integrate observation into complex but logically sound theories. They think problems through in a vertical, step-by-step logical way. They tend to be perfectionists who won't rest easily until their things are tidy and fit into rational scheme. They like to analyze and synthesize. They are keen on basic assumption, principles, theories, models, and systems thinking. Their philosophy prizes rationality and logic. And the last one is pragmatist. Pragmatist learners find that practical books and open and flexible learning are good ways of quickly putting new learning to practical use. Pragmatists are keen on trying out ideas, theories, and techniques to see if they work in practice. So after I took the test, the result shows that I am an active fast learner. It means that I am an open person to new things and also like to involve in new experience. That is why it will be good if I join courses to learn new things to equip me to do my business in the future. So the next test is entrepreneurial test. So there are 5 criteria of an entrepreneur. The first one is need for achievement. The second is need of autonomy. The third one is creative tendency. The fourth one is risk taking. And the fifth one is drive determination. We can see here that I have a moderate score for both need for achievement and also drive determination. And I have high score in risk taking and also creative tendency, but I have low score in need of autonomy. So based on the GET test, I am a creative person and it is supporting my goal to start my business in the food and beverage industry. I will implement the creativeness in my business by providing something new to the customer. I am also a risk-taking person and it is also in line with my goal, which I will make my own business, and it is a risky business since nowadays there are many competitors in the field. The next test is the Big 5 personality test. There are 5 personalities based on this test. There are extroversion, agreeableness, conscientiousness, neuroticism, and openness to experience. So from the test, it resulted that I am an agreeable person, which means that I am a polite person and I also have an extrovert personality, which I scored 24. It means that I am a social person and it is supporting my business in the future, where I will need lots of people working in the company and I will be able to maintain the relationship between owner and also employees. The next test is Veblen's model of team roles. There are 9 team roles in this model. They are implementer, coordinator, shaper, thinker or innovator, resource investigator, monitor or evaluator, team worker, completer or finisher, and also specialist. So after I took the test, it results that I am a thinker and innovator, which I scored 9, and also a team worker, which I scored 10. These reflect my personality in which I always value collectivism instead of individualism. And it is also reflect that I always bring in new ideas to a team whenever they get stuck. Therefore, I think these skills will also work in the future. The next test is leadership self-assessment. So there are 9 competencies of leadership self-assessment. They are setting direction, aligning people, motivating and inspiring, leading teams, communicating, building relationship, facilitating ethical conduct, negotiating, and also leading change. After I took the leadership self-assessment test, the result is I am a motivating and inspiring leader, which I score 15, with also high building relationship competencies, which I score 14, and also high negotiating skill, which I score 13. I also have a good coordinating skill and also implementing skill, which is very good for opening business as an entrepreneur, since I will be able to work in team and also to coordinate with my employees. I also can implement my ideas into reality to develop my business in the future. This leadership characteristic will help me to lead the company to be very successful, and I believe that by knowing my assets of personality, it will help me to be a success person in the future. Now, after I explain about what are my goals and why those goals become my goals, now I will explain about how to achieve those goals. So my point is to utilize and apply what I have learned during my study in IBM. This year had been amazing since I get to know a lot of new things. I have learned IBM, IMM, and also MENG subjects that is taught by Professor Dr. Jessisca and that I can implement in the future. I learned about the theories such as 6 A's, 6 thinking hats, and also hourglass and also concept diagram. I also learned about attitude because I have to work in group, not as individual. I have to maintain my attitude in the group. By implementing the strategies that I learned in these 3 subjects, I believe that I can be a successful person in the future. Also, by taking the personality test makes me aware of my traits and I can use those assets as a guidance on how I should plan for my future. And finally, this is the summary of my goals within 1, 3, and 5 years. However, this might not be the end of my goals since I have to know how the situation will be in the future and I have to react accordingly. Probably I have to make an adjustment due to situational change. But that won't be a problem as long as my long-term goals can be achieved. So this is the end of my social media project. I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to learn from amazing people and lecturers. Thank you and have a nice day.